Over 200 Premier League managers. Since the Premier League began in 1992, over 200 managers have been appointed across the clubs. While many have thrived, others have left a mark for all the wrong reasons. Results matter. Even the biggest Premier League clubs have faced their fair share of managerial disasters. These managers failed to deliver, leaving the clubs in chaos and turmoil. First, Arsenal. Bruce Rioch. A fifth-place finish in his only season with no cup progress saw Bruce Rioch dismissed after just 1 year. Despite this, he did bring Dennis Bergkamp to the club, opening the door for Arsene Wenger. 2. Aston Villa. Steven Gerrard. Though Dean Smith and Remy Gard have been contenders, Steven Gerrard's disastrous tenure stands out. His failure at Villa was evident, with the club's turnaround under Unai Emery proving how bad things were under Gerrard. 3. Bournemouth. Scott Parker. According to Football 365, Scott Parker is not only Bournemouth's worst manager, but the worst in Premier League history based on points per game. His struggles led to his firing after just over a year. 4. Brentford. David Webb. David Webb's time in charge in the mid-90s was a disaster. Not only did he fail to promote Brentford to Division 1, but he also oversaw their relegation to Division 3 before selling the club amid fan protests. 5. Brighton and Hove Albion. Sami Hyypiä. Sami Hyypiä's stint in 2014 lasted only 6 months, with just 1 win in 18 games. His brief managerial career never took off, and his time at Brighton was a failure, leading to his resignation. 6. Chelsea. Frank Lampard. A legendary player for Chelsea, Lampard's managerial career was far less successful. Both of his stints saw no clear tactical identity, with his time at the helm marked by poor results and inconsistency. 7. Crystal Palace. Ayayan Dowie. Ayayan Dowie got Palace promoted but struggled in the Premier League. With just 0.81 points per game in top-flight management, he ranks among the worst in Premier League history. 8. Everton. Rafael Benitez. Despite a successful career, Benitez's time at Everton was a failure. His 6 months in charge saw the team struggle and flirt with relegation, leading to his dismissal. 9. Fulham. Felix Magath. Fulhamish, a Fulham-focused blog, summed up Felix Magath's time at the club perfectly. Magath's tactics were outdated, and his man management methods were, quite simply, bizarre. The German manager, nicknamed the Last Dictator, allegedly once told player Brede Hangeland to rub cheese on his leg for recovery. 10. Ipswich Town. Paul Jewell. Paul Jewell holds the worst win percentage in Ipswich's history with just 34%, according to Football League World. His time at the club saw their relegation from the Premier League. 11th Leicester City. Steve Cooper. Steve Cooper was sacked after just 5 months in charge of Leicester. With only 2 wins in 12 matches, he was unable to prevent the club from slipping into a relegation battle. 12th. Liverpool. Roy Hodgson. Roy Hodgson's time at Liverpool was underwhelming. His summer signings, like Joe Cole and Raul Meireles, failed to impress, and he lasted only half a season. 13. Manchester City. Alan Ball. Before the takeover, City were struggling, and Alan Ball's time was disastrous. He led the club to relegation in 1996, resigning just 3 games into the following season. 14. Manchester United. David Moyes. David Moyes, tasked with succeeding Sir Alex Ferguson, failed to meet expectations. His time at Manchester United was disastrous, missing the Champions League for the first time in decades. 15. Newcastle United. Joe Kinnear. Joe Kinnear was an entertaining figure at Newcastle, but his time in charge was chaotic. A notorious press conference and poor results left the club in trouble with relegation looming. 16. Nottingham Forest. David Platt. David Platt's time as player-manager at Forest saw a series of poor signings leading to financial trouble and a disappointing season. His tenure ended in legal disputes. 17th. Southampton. Russell Martin. Russell Martin's style of play led Southampton to a dismal points finish, one of the worst in Premier League history. His approach lacked pragmatism, causing further issues for the club. 18. Tottenham Hotspur. Jacques Santini. Jacques Santini's 13-game tenure at Spurs was marked by internal conflicts and poor results. His brief reign ended in resignation, making it one of the worst managerial spells in Tottenham history. 19th. West Ham United. Avram Grant. Avram Grant's time at West Ham was marked by poor results, including finishing bottom of the Premier League. His team earned just 1 point in their final 8 games. 20. Wolverhampton Wanderers, Gary O'Neill. According to Molyneux News, Gary O'Neill holds the worst win percentage in Wolves' modern history, at just 33.3%. He also managed the club's worst defense in the Premier League during his tenure. O'Neill was let go after only a few months into his second season, with Wolves deep in a relegation battle. Please like, share, and subscribe our channel for new and exciting videos. Thanks for watching.